Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Assassin's Creed Unity. I am ready and willing to sit down and hopefully finish the Dead Kings DLC. But first things I want to do first, the thing I want to do first is I wanted to get these two new newspapers I saw on the map. And I believe that should be it. So we're actually, before we start the Dead Kings DLC, there is actually something that I want to discuss first. And for that, a couple things. No, not Francion. A couple things I want to discuss first. First and foremost, regarding the multiplayer of this game, to quote one of my friends in a Discord chat I am in, the multiplayer in Assassin's Creed Unity is, quote, borked. B-O-R-K-E-D. Which means it's not working. It works, apparently works for some, but does not work for all. And in my particular case, it does not work for me. I would like to take a moment to briefly explain a possible solution that I saw recording in the ether, and for that I will need to go into the store. And I will need to go into reviews. This person's review is something I saw when I started this series. Is actually why I thought that I could get the multiplayer game. You may notice that it says try unlinking your Uplay account from Xbox on the Uplay website. Since Uplay was disbanded and instead Ubisoft Connect has been replaced, is what replaced it, that trick no longer works. So if you wanted to try and get the multiplayer to work and you couldn't for whatever reason, try to use that trick, it just won't work for you because Uplay is no longer a thing. It's now Ubisoft Connect. As far as I'm aware, that trick no longer works. The other thing that I want to say is in relation to the story, people may actually remember I was kind of verbally disappointed with the story of Assassin's Creed Unity, and my opinion on the story has actually changed a bit since I last played this game. And I would like to first emphasize that I was slightly wrong, kind of slurring my words a little bit. I was slightly wrong with how I interpreted the story. I thought that Elise's death was kind of pointless, and that her death was avoidable and all this kind of stuff, and I kind of didn't like the ending of the story because of that. There's actually something that I didn't actually take into consideration, which is that, I'm trying to find the store. There has actually been consistent, Arno's and Elise's motivations. It's been consistent throughout the entire story, where Arno wasn't willing to die for the sake of his goals, while Elise was. And this was actually kind of pointed out a few times. You might have actually noticed in like sequence 10 or something of the story when Arno chose to save Elise's life over like killing a target, and Elise wasn't too happy, to say the least, and this kind of caused Arno to go into a deep downward spiral. But this was actually kind of a theme that was just kind of present throughout the story. Now, do I actually like this change? Maybe, maybe not. But I do feel that the story in general could be stronger if Arno was not only motivated to find Delisaire's killer, but motivated to find his father's killer as well. Because one of my main things that I feel was a reason why I didn't have as much engagement with the story was actually because Arno seemingly did not care about his father's death, despite the game kind of opening up with his father's death. I would also like to state that how Assassin's Creed Rogue, the Assassin's Creed game I played before this one, how that game ended is with Shay killing Arno's father, and start essentially planning to start the French Revolution. I was kind of expecting, I would have liked to see Arno go after Shay, presumably after he kills Germain. I was kind of hoping that there's going to be a reveal at the end, say, with Shay, kind of revealing himself out, possibly like after you kill, excuse me, sorry, I'm drinking a Sunkiss right now. With Shay possibly revealing himself after he killed Germain, and Arno kind of goes after him. I would have liked to see that because it would kind of wrap up both Delasaire's murder and Arno's father's murder. But we didn't have that. We didn't have that sort of resolution, and as such, this story kind of feels a little bit hollow. I do kind of feel that if they were to add that sort of depth into the story, then Arno's character may actually be a little bit stronger in comparison. But we didn't actually get that. But apparently, from what I've actually been told, the story...
Where's my goddamn money? You can't stop us.
The story, Arno's character actually improves in the Dead King stories. That's something I'm going to be looking into. Before we head into this new area, I would like to point out my overall plan for this DLC. First and foremost, when we get into France, we are actually going to be going over getting all the collectibles we can. As we progress the main story, we're going to be unlocking new collectibles, new things. We're also going to be getting a bunch of trophies in between. I have no idea if we will be able to complete the Dead Kings DLC in this stream, but we will try. I, for one, am excited.
Hello? It seems like we've encountered some kind of a glitch. Hang on.
You! Not one more drop until your bill is paid!
Calm. He's with me.
I thought you were guillotined.
What a dreadful thing to say to your rescuer. Did you receive my message?
If I do this, I want to leave France.
I can procure you passage from Marseille on a ship to Egypt in 4 days.
You have a clue as to the location of the manuscript?
Condorcet knew he was being hunted. He disappeared for 2 days before his arrest. And he left this behind. His manuscript must be in Louis IX's tomb.
The royal crypt! Oh, I must warn you, monsieur. The ghosts of the kings wander the caverns. And when they corner their hapless victim, they place upon his brow a crown made of knives, penetrating the eyes, which leak like grapes crushed in the harvest.
Still, far less frightening than being crowned the next king of France. Speaking of grapes, do your job.
Yes, monsieur.
Find the tomb marked with this crest and recover the lost manuscript. I'll meet you in 3 days' time.
Those are big mugs.
What else, Arno?
So my big concern as of right now is I kind of hope this isn't like a supernatural DLC, because I wouldn't really particularly like that.
This memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data. That fixed it. Now, I DNA sequence, perhaps. Only one way to find out.
First optional objective is to not get into conflict.
The royal crypt must be under the Basilica.
Okay.
Godspeed,
Hello, my
citizen.
friend.
Honor. You are well, citizen?
Okay. Really kind of here to see where the story is going to go from here. Avoiding collectibles for now. Huh. I thought that there was an opening here. I actually did. Oh, there it is. I think I see it. I actually did look into this, I looked into this mission before I started. I kind of looked into all the missions of this DLC.
That's strange.
Trying to find an opening.
God has left the building.
Must be hiding from the wife. Oh, sod. I didn't imagine. I will keep.
Yeah, I'm gonna have reload checkpoint.
Something about this memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data. That fixed it. Now, I wonder where this detour leads. Another DNA sequence, perhaps. Only one way to find out.
We'll try this again.
The royal crypt must be under the Basilica.
The town's falling apart, and now they're declaring martial law.
We are starving to death. We don't need militia.
They did nothing.
Arno?
Cheer, Anna. What is it this time, my friend?
And there looks like there's an opening up above. Okay. It's so far so I'm not on into conflict.
Vanished, he has. He was just here. The hell? Hey, what was that? Going on now? What the hell's going on?
God damn it! Freaking hate this shit. This is a hard building to infiltrate.
Something about this memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data. That fixed it. Now, I wonder where this detour leads. Another DNA sequence, perhaps. Only one way to find out.
The royal crypt must be under the Basilica.
The town's falling apart, and now they're declaring martial law.
We are starving to death. We don't need militia.
I think that going through the roof may be the best place for me.
Cheer.
Hello, Anna.
Hello.
So we're gonna go through the roof again.
When will we return to Paris? God has left the building.
Hey, that guy's coming towards me.
What's your game then?
Hey, something's not right. That's odd. Odd. What was that?
Okay.
Nothing. Right, back to the rounds.
I really wish that there was Really wish that there was a oh, I guess maybe there is lure.
Not getting through me. What am I seeing here?
Come on this way.
Just you bloody try it. Christ, Brebeuf, who did this? I didn't imagine it. You've been warned.
Damn it, I should have assassinated. This is so hard.
Something about this memory. It's locked us out of the Helix data. That fixed it. Now, I wonder where this detour leads. Another DNA sequence, perhaps. Only one way to find out.
The royal crypt must be under the Basilica.
The town's falling apart, and now they're declaring martial law.
I think that my best bet is to play the organ. So we're gonna use these guards to try and like gather all the guards in front to the one place, and then we are gonna try and play the organ.
Don't run off! I'm a good guy! Good at smashing, ripping, tearing, and the odd amputation! Hey, gunfight! Eternity's gonna be much easier once I wipe your kind out.
So I don't know why I'm having so much difficulty with this mission, but I am. It's so freaking frustrating. Literally nothing I am doing is working. There's always someone there. I really hate that don't get into conflict optional objectives in any Assassin's Creed game. It's always so frustrating because I'm literally the worst at stealth. And what makes it even frustrating for this game in particular,
Another DNA sequence.
as I said before and many times in this series, the stealth in Assassin's Creed Unity is literally fucking dog shit. It would honestly be a lot better if there was one command, one thing you can do in this game, and it will make it so much better, and that's a fucking whistle command. You just sit down a corner and just whistle to get someone's attention instead of just using forcing me to use cherry bombs. Then that'll be so much fucking better, but you can't do that. It is so unbelievably stupid that they that they can't whistle in this game. Ooh, that could have been bad.
Not some fool, eh?
That could have been bad.
I don't have the money. Spent it on.
I think that my best bet is to try and like pick people off. What's the range on this thing?
Shit, I don't like this. Stefan!
Okay.
That's odd. Shit, it's Perigny. Where's that killer? Wait a minute. Oh.
This is my kill room. No, he's too far away. I saw a guard. Oh, there he is. Shit. Did not mean to do that. Yeah, let's see what happens. I think my best bet is to not now, God. Fucking phone is ringing. Hold on. Sorry. There we go.
Now, where are you hiding, Louis?
Woo! Yeah, I think this is it, because that has a symbol that was on the thing.
Simple as...
Where is it?
Merde.
The temple door is nearby. Look at the map.
There's nothing here. You've wasted my time with this fabrication.
You call my honor into question?
Your honor as a soldier. Don't make me laugh. You're free to break your contract, but then I'm also free. And I have savage tastes.
I misspoke, Capitan. I heard there's a list of all the relics that were looted from the tomb. I can take you to them. A fine alternative to the temple.
That's not what I want. Look me in the eye when I'm speaking to you. Do you want what I want?
Yes.
Good. Then we're in agreement. Find the temple, and you just might make it back alive. Pleasure working with you.
Help! I hear something.
Citizen.
Stay back, ghosts!
I'm stuck.
Help!
I keep on getting stuck on the doors.
Stay back, spirit! Stay back!
I'm not a spirit.
Ah!
Requiescat in pace.
Hey, Ezio.
Makes no difference to you, does it? You're gone. Merci, monsieur. The map. Don Poirier's list of stolen relics in the Abbey Library. The map.
Hold left stick to switch a lantern on and off when the lantern is empty. Find a jar and refill it. Jars will appear on the map when the lantern is running low. Many creatures live underground and might block the path, but they will flee the light of a lantern. Hold. I actually kind of like that. Kind of like an interesting little thing. Mechanic. Kind of glad it's not in all games though, because I can see this being annoying. I'm saving all of the chests for when we
A hidden entrance.
saving all the chests for the open world. Oh. Thought that I could swing on that. It is interesting how you have to deal with, I guess, like, animals as an obstacle. Something that you don't really see too often in Assassin's Creed games. Usually if you see it, you can kill it. I can't see. Go to the Abbey.
Where are you going? I want to play too. I've got a great game where I rip your bloody head off.
I've not seen any notifications for the second optional objective, so hopefully we didn't screw ourselves out of it. I am looking forward to exploring the city. As I said before, in my opinion, the highlight of this game is not so much the story, at least for me, but it is the, not so much the story, but it is the, exploration. Okay, here's the 2 cover kills.
The looters at work and trace them all. The man is so good, he's employed by the National Monument Commission. I don't care who he works for. I want those records. That's strange. Where are you, stranger? Christ, what a shift it's been. There's something wrong.
And I just need to lure this guy over.
killed Lapine. I didn't dream it.
And cover kills done. That should be 100% synchronization, which means we can murder everyone now.
Wait, I didn't imagine that. Seems odd. Let's keep an eye on this one.
Okay. Find the library.
Well deserved.
So far, I'm kind of liking this DLC. A little bit curious to see what they do with it.
Bit of a... Hello, sneak. Can you break sneak? After him! After him!
Dude, I can't parry with this. I can't attack. What the fuck is going on?
What is he? Bloody invisible. No escape for you! Just dead!
I can't attack. What the fuck is going on?
You trying to send a message to me? Stop that man!
Why is it acting like I'm not in combat? I'm in combat.
Hold! This futile flight won't save you!
What the fuck is going on? I couldn't attack. I was mashing X. I couldn't parry. I don't understand what the hell was going on. It's like I couldn't do anything. None of my buttons were working. It's not like I was just well, I was just standing there, but I wasn't standing there by choice.
Come back! I'll sacrifice you, maggot!
These guys I can kill.
You bleeding bastard! Die! Cut him some! Stop him dancing! Bloody hell! Shit, get moving!
That was so dumb. I don't know why that was a thing. Hey, I'm gonna get my revenge on this fucker. I'm not. That was so weird. I actually heard of that glitch trying to think about it, but it's not a glitch I particularly enjoy. That's actually the first time I ever experienced that. Apparently, it's actually common for that glitch to just remain active until you die, but I don't know why. No idea why it why it just stopped working. just kind of mad. I'm just killing everyone.
Don Poirier's list. It reads Condorcet manuscript, located in the old red house, and then a name, Léon.
And now I need to leave the area.
Your next word will be your last. I'm warning you, citizen.
Got wall jacked.
You want to meet my bayonet?
Trying to get out of here. Just realized it's been 15 minutes in this DLC already. We've only done one mission. This first mission is actually kind of difficult and it's long. I can't move. Oh, it's that. That must be. I'm hitting an invisible wall. That looks like another invisible wall. Because that looks. There's nothing out there. There's no city or anything. So I'm assuming I can't go that way. This is kind of confusing location. Okay, that's done.
Where are you off to, Philip? This is my patriotic duty.
Now let's go ahead and 100% this area. How many guards are you gonna come after me? Okay. Let's go ahead and synchronize all the viewpoints here. And then we will get to work and clearing out the area. Gonna do collectibles first and then side quest. Actually, don't want to do that. Yeah, that's a good start. We're gonna be doing everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter what order we do it in.
No escaping justice!
I'm actually, there are two different sources in this game that talk about the length of this DLC. One source says it takes, 8 hours, that's on howlongtobeat.com, and one source says it takes 5. I actually have no idea how long it actually takes to 100% this game. But we will find out. 100% when it comes to me, I have never had a game, I've never had like a 100% thing take my particular playthroughs. I never had it match up with how long to beat. Like Stardew Valley, for example, how long to beat says how completionist playthrough will take on 50 hours. For me, it took over 200. I think 219 was the final time. So how long to beat is just taken with a grain of salt. I kind of like, but also dislike how dark and gloomy this DLC is. Let's take a look at the progress tracker. So it looks like there are 6 main missions. There are 2, there's a co-op mission and there's a heist. There are 6 pair stories. There's 2 things that we have not actually unlocked. And one of them, I know for a fact what it is a Sugar's Legacy quest. I don't know what the other one is. Wow. Okay. Go ahead and get started. God dang it, I freaking hate that shit. There are 7 Napoleon Bicorns in this district. Let's go ahead and we're just gonna, actually I don't know why I'm doing that. We're doing viewpoints first and then we'll work on collectibles. I want to get this note.
Hello, my friend. What is it now?
This is a cemetery district. Those freaking rat squeaks is just so disturbing to me. Okay. So, one thing that I will say, in all likelihood, is, seeing how much how long it took us to do one mission, this may be like a 2-streamer thing, but, one thing I do appreciate about this game is, just, I guess, the level of detail in the map design. Got a lot to do here. Go into the last district, we'll synchronize that viewpoint, and then we will get started on clearing out the collectibles.
Come here, you cowardly bastard!
One thing that I don't think I will miss about this game, because we are going to move on from this game when we are done with this DLC. One thing that I will not miss is just yes, like clearing out each individual district. Ubisoft really went overboard with the collectibles in this game.
C'est une sorte de spectacle ambulant.
And this one is on a windmill. Yeah, let's get started on the collectibles. First things first, I do want to stop by a shop. I have another newspaper to pick up.
Va falloir t'y faire. Elles sont toutes comme ça. Tu n'y peux rien.
I'm assuming those will go into my Animus database.
Mes marchandises vous plaisent.
Okay, so let's take a look at the map. First thing we're going to be doing is grabbing this initiate chest, and then we will start to work on clearing out the collectibles. It looks like that there are 7 chests in this district. We do not have 7 chests in this district. Well, we'll figure it out when we get there. Something I do want to check. It's not Ubisoft Connect that does that. It's actually the store. I'm almost hesitant to check. This is only for the base game. That's dumb. So we literally have to find these chests on our own because it's not showing up on the map, which is fine. And do this old school. Like you have another newspaper here. Just gonna go way to the back of this and look at that. There is Bicorn there. When you don't have all the collectibles on the map, the next best thing you can do is try and find everything just by walking in the area. Because we have another Bicorn. Now let's go ahead and go around a little bit. Gonna follow this along the side, and when we get back here, we're also going to just check this side as well. I'm not convinced that I have everything, and we're missing one Bicorn. It's not showing up on this map. So let's try and find it.
Where you going?
Ubisoft loves to hide collectibles and little nooks and crannies. And look at that, we have another chest. I can't climb up. There you go. At the very least, doing these missions will actually kind of restock my money that I completely pissed down the drain for all the collectibles. Yeah, I think we are good here. Another collectible down there. I'm not gonna grab it. I think those will just keep on popping up. And I haven't actually noticed that we got a database entry for that, so it's probably nothing important. And I set a waypoint for this area, and hopefully by running through this area we will get like any collectibles that may be hiding in this general area. But then we are gonna be grabbing this chest and kind of working our way over and like completely zigzag over this thing.
Spineless sheep! I'll fleece you, I will! Skin and all!
There is a restricted area.
Hinderer! Come on! You won't shake me, you bastard! Just your stomach for the fight, coward!
No idea what you're doing there, bud. Okay, so we're missing 4 chests in this district. And a waypoint for this artifact, and then we will just kind of zigzag across from there. There we go. There's only one artifact in the district, and that's convenient.
Let's take him down. Come back here. You'll pay.
Okay, there we go. Four out of 7. My dogs are going ape shit in the backyard right now, so apologies if you hear barking. I really hate how collectibles don't appear on the map. Even though I went out of my way to buy a collectible map with my pre-order credits.
You can't stop us. I'll get you. What's for a thing?
It's really kind of a shame that you can't like actually like shoot like lightning bolts off at like an enemy like freaking German could. Apparently that's also something that I missed. And when I saw the ending, something I missed in the ending was when Elise clashed with German, like when their swords just clashed with each other. Apparently there was a scene like meant to indicate that Elise actually damaged the sword of Eden, and when German tried to use it, it essentially exploded and killed. The explosion was what killed Elise. I don't know if that is actually what was supposed to be the case, but I still kind of stand by my opinion that I still stand by my opinion that Elise just had no chance of besting. Why the fuck can't I grab that? I see in my opinion that at least had no chance of besting Germain in like a normal combat. Like she was just way out of her league. Really checking all my corners. And good thing I did, because there's a chest here. So we're now missing one, and we don't have that one collectible on the map. We're also missing one. I get the feeling the chest is down here, but we're also missing one Napoleon Bicorn. God, that's one thing that I will not miss about this game. I swear to God, the parkour is just so frustrating. How was there not a bicorn here? Maybe there's one here. Let's say this is a restricted area. Yep, I was right. Well, I wasn't in the right area, but I was kind of, well, I was kind of in the right area, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Oh, okay.
You get nothing from me, you mongrels.
There you go, four Napoleon Bicorns in this district.
Couldn't stay away from the plane.
Go on, even try it. You win now. Got you. Got it. Move. Sleep.
Okay.
Il y a un cadavre ici. Garde.
I am very rusty.
Hé, qu'avez-vous? Allez, par ici.
Very, very rusty. There you go. I think I wasted like 8 lockpicks on that final lock. Final tumbler, I should say. Okay, so we have done all we can in this district for now. Let's move on to the next district. So there are 8 chests here, and we don't have any. We have 3 marked. So we're definitely gonna need to look around and find it.
Où est Jacques le charretier? Pourquoi autant d'agitation? Mais...
Did you see that? He just came and Hey!
Oh.
And take out the sniper first. Oh, sniper's down there.
Bloody conservative! You won't outlast me!
And we have friends ready to play. Do we? They're running away. Okay, so let's go ahead and set a marker for you.
Qu'est-il se passé?
Dans l'air civilisé. Ma vaillance vaut bien 5 sous.
I kind of miss the days when you open the initiate chest, you actually got like a really cool reward for it. I feel like that never happens now.
You can't escape! It's a kill him! There he is! I'll see you suffer for that!
There we go.
You won't escape!
2 of 8. Oh, do initiate chests not count as a chest in this game? That's interesting. Because that should be our 3rd chest. Because we got lock chest here, then we open initiate chest. Regular chest. I guess initiate chests don't count. That's strange. Was that always the case? If it was always the case and I didn't notice, wow.
Nobody gets out of
I spy with my little eye Napoleon Bicorn at the corner of the map. One of 2 artifacts. know why that guy was marked as a sniper on the map. I'm pretty sure it was a sniper. There's also a achievement, or not really, yeah, there is achievement for killing 15 raider leaders. It is possible, I believe, for that to be a raider leader, but that would have gone up by a percentage.
Coming for us now, are you? Something's going on.
The other thing is,
No, still fair. You won't get through me.
the other thing is, I think raider leaders only show up at a certain part of the story. Okay, this area looks suspicious. Hey, we got 2 chests. And we got a bicorn. $7,000, nice. I keep on seeing F, and I keep on thinking it's florins, which is the currency from Assassin's Creed 2, I think. No, it's not florins. Okay, so 4 of 8. We at the very least, oh, that's probably where all the chests are hidden. Then a marker for here, then we'll grab this chest. Swing by here and just cover this area and grab that artifact, and then we will cover the upper right. And hopefully by exploring that way, we will discover everything else.
Stop right there!
Hey! 5 of 8. That's one thing I like about the previous Assassin's Creed games. I can either buy a map at the in-game store, or all collectibles will just show up on the map when you, or all collectibles will show up on the map when you, synchronize a viewpoint. This game just has neither.
Why so bashful? You lie. I see you. Got him now. I won't give up. I will kill you.
How many guards are you gonna send out to me? Doesn't matter, because you're all dead. . 6 of 8. I'm actually really looking forward to exploring the underground. For those curious, my favorite part of Assassin's Creed 3, a game that I covered a couple years ago, is actually exploring the underground in both New York and Paris. It was just so cool. It's like a lot. It's actually like an extended free running puzzle, and that's something that I always really enjoyed about Assassin's Creed 3. I found so much joy out of exploring the underground, and I feel like I get to relive my immersion with this game. I'm really kind of disappointed, I guess, that just didn't become like a returning feature in other Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, you kind of had tombs in a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, but like you didn't really have anything. Didn't really have anything else beyond that. I'm actually gonna go over here because I expect there may be a chest. There you go. A lot easier that time. Kind of shook out the rest, I guess. 20,000 off of that. Wow. And it's set a waypoint for here. They're still missing one Bicorn and one chest. Hopefully you'll find it just by going over here. Oh, well, there's a Bicorn. I guess on top of this fire. I don't really know what will happen if we don't actually find the chest here. Obviously, we'll be going back to previous areas and trying to find it. I don't actually know how long it will take. Because I think we're at the end of this district here. So there's something that we missed. Maybe it's over here. Because we didn't really go towards that area. We kind of went down different streets. But that little circular thing on the map does look a little bit suspicious. We may be in trouble here because we're still missing one chest. It's a good thing I have a collectible map pulled up. Okay, so I think that where I missed the chest is actually in the graveyard here. Because there are, looks like there are 4 chests in this area, and I think I only got 3. And I can see it on the map. That's why we have maps with the freaking collectibles. We're doing this again, are we? Okay, another 20,000 for us. That's nice. Slowly building up our money. Okay, so let's set a waypoint for this underground entrance and we'll kind of work our way around. We're gonna save this church for last because I want to go into the underground through this entrance to kind of retrace our steps a little bit. I want to see what these missions are called. I can't even select that. It's weird. Yeah, well, let's go ahead and get started. We'll do those, we'll likely do those, missions after we get all the collectibles. One thing I actually did kind of like, the robes that Arnold had at the beginning of this DLC. It looked all ragged and stuff, and that actually kind of looks really cool. I actually kind of want to see if I have access to that. No, we don't. What outfit did he have? Because you guys saw it, he was clearly having, like, he clearly had a different outfit than what I had equipped. Weird. They completely, like, made a unique design and you can't even select it to, explore open world. That's kind of an interesting game choice. I mean, even Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, you could play as, freaking, you could play as, God, I can't think what it's called. Ezio Auditore's initial attire when he was, like, a bachelor, essentially. Eventually, something I have been thinking about doing There is a couple of rumors. There are a couple of rumors circulating around. One thing that actually has weight is an Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag remake. The one rumor that doesn't have any bearings is an Assassin's Creed 1 remake. If both end up being released, then I will in fact be covering it on this channel. But if Assassin's Creed 1 does not actually become a thing, then I may actually decide to cover it on the channel anyway, but I won't be able to get like any of the achievements because I already got them all on this playthrough. That's actually probably why I started with Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This series on YouTube is Assassin's Creed Revelations. But the reason why I started that far up the list, even though I haven't streamed myself playing 2, 1, or YouTube Brotherhood, is because I've already gotten 100% completion in both this original Assassin's Creed 2, original Assassin's Creed 1, and Ezio Collection Assassin's Creed 2. So it just, I wouldn't be able to like gain anything in regards to gamer score for that, so that's kind of why I skipped it. But I'm actually kind of thinking of buying the Ezio Collection for the PlayStation 5. And thinking about like showing myself earning the platinum for those games. That'd be a fun experience.
Il faut l'envoyer à Bicêtre.
Just checking this area here. And I could see collectible being hidden there. That was smooth. I love that. There we go. I found 2 of 3. I wonder how close I am to ranking up. Well, we have not been making that much progress. I'm pretty sure that I had roughly about the same, or pretty close to the same, when we started the stream. Probably at the very least I can graduate from Elite Officer to Champion as DLC. Don't have high hopes of getting more than that. 3 of 10. Got a heist here. We're gonna be saving the heist and the co-op missions. We're gonna be doing it after. We're likely gonna be doing it after we do the terror stories. I have 2 restricted areas on the map. We just have chests that popped up. I can't remember if that was already there or not. May have been.
Don't stand here while you insult me. Excuse me.
Go, Patriot! Die! I've got you!
I kind of feel like this DLC, I have no idea where it plays in the story or like the context or what's going on. But it seems like that this world is Paris, not really Paris or whatever this area is actually called. I think it's called like Franciade. It kind of feels like these areas kind of more chaotic. And you can see like whenever you kill guards, you can see like flies immediately swarming the bodies. You can see, you can hear, rats frequently. It almost, if I didn't know any better, obviously I know, if I didn't know any better, I would say that this is kind of like very reminiscent of the plague, but the plague happened a couple 100 years before this. Pretty sure it did anyway. But it definitely gives like a plague-like feel.
Oh, de quoi peut-il s'agir?
leur prend?
I was so close.
Dois-je appeler la garde pour que vous repartiez? Vous n'avez rien à faire ici. Fichez le camp.
I think this note is actually down below.
Garde ton calme et cesse de me parler comme si j'étais ton larbon. Je suis ton associé. Voilà. T'as plus d'autorité sur moi qu'un chien sur un chat.
Okay, let's actually go ahead and I think it's all copy and paste. Let's set a marker for it down here, I think. Yeah, because I remember seeing a restricted area down in this area. I saw there was one directly below where I placed my marker, but I could have sworn there's one closer. Maybe not. There is a chest in here. Oh, what? Oh, there's. Okay, that works too. It's probably at the same marker that I was talking about. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, hold on. My thing, something happened where my... Oh, it's probably guillotine gun, maybe? No? That's gold star. So I've noticed that I no longer have, there's a piece of gear that is currently equipped on me that is not legendary, and I suspect that because I entered the DLC, that is registering guillotine gun, which is a weapon that you'll be getting in the next mission, and as you can see, we actually don't have it yet. I suspect that's what was registering. That's fine, we can do it with 5 stars. Okay, so let's go ahead and set a waypoint for over here.
Dites, vous allez bien?
Signifie tout ça.
Could have survived if he did not aggro me. Granted, I did kind of shoulder tap you, but still. Could have let me live. We're in the windmill district. Okay, so there's a bicorn here. Hey, we got 3 chests here. Okay, there's one. And the other one should be down here. I'm just gonna set a marker for back. Oh, wait. I see you. Don't think you can hide from me.
Break his blood. Moderate! Stop blocking the way!
Another one-star chest. Something I am kind of curious about. I have the ability to travel to Franciade, this DLC, for a while now, and this on this mission, I believe this thing is actually labeled as Sequence 13. And for those of you unaware, Sequence 13 is the final. Sequence 12 is the final sequence of the base game. So it's clear this DLC is meant to take place after this story, after the main story. But one thing I am kind of curious about is if you can access this DLC during the main campaign, or if it'll just won't let you, because you have the ability to fast travel this area for a while. I was meaning to check beyond this building. Never know, there may be a bicorn hidden here. There wasn't, but doesn't hurt to check. Okay, let's go ahead and... Okay, so we're missing one chest, which is here. We're missing one bicorn, which is here. Okay, so all we're missing is actually in this area. That's cool. So let's grab this shop, and then we will head into that restricted area. Arno can just travel such long distance. I feel like that puts any other assassin that would not reach the other side. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab these collectibles. Actually, we're gonna not grab that chest first, because I just remember that the bicorn is actually on the roof. So we're gonna grab the bicorn first, and I know exactly where it is. So. And let's grab this bicorn, and then we will go and grab that chest. We need to get up a level. Okay.
Time to meet justice, citizen! Something's going on. I will keep the peace! Get him!
There we go. And here is the chest. Now let's tackle the underground, what I've actually been kind of looking forward to quite a bit in this DLC. Is exploring the underground. It's just, I think it's so much fun here.
Out of the question, really. I want you vermin out!
It wouldn't let me vault over that railing.
Bloody kids! You must be! Kill you slowly for that!
I think there was actually a way to get down over here. But it's not over here, but it's more so over here maybe, because this is where we did the leap of faith. We can't here. Well, we can if we climb up. Yeah, let's go into the underground. What I've been looking forward to for a while.
That's mine! What did you take? No! Where you are! Die!
Oh, are those in this? Wait, are those innocent guys? I don't know if those are innocent guys. They're kind of being really weird. It would have told me if I killed an innocent. Oh, you know what they are? They're raider leaders. Yeah, they're raider leaders. Alright, so we'll also be getting this achievement. That's awesome.
Intruder! Prepare to die!
Not good.
Look out! Help me! Traitor! You will die!
We have to go!
I love how if you kill the boss, the drones freak out. That is just so freaking cool to me. It's such like a neat concept, and I kind of wish that was kind of more of a thing in other Assassin's Creed games. It is just such like an interesting concept. It's just like the whole fear concept thing. Keep on getting mortar bombs. I wonder if that's the ammunition from well, that's the animation from the ammunition for the guillotine gun.
Is someone there? Fill your guts!
Citizen, you there! Hold! Wait! Will you come me now?
I love this freaking area. I have no idea why I like. I guess I do know why I like freaking. Where is this thing? I do know why I like there it is. I know why I like the underground so much, but what I meant to say was I have no idea why I having so much fun right now.
Don't let it end like this!
This area almost kind of reminds. That's a ghost. That is a fucking ghost. Pointing down there.
Please! Be good to me! Spare me! Please! Be good to me! Spare me! I mean no, monsieur. Have mercy on me! Your death will be much
It's weird how there is like a ghost here. Yeah, I'm assuming this is an area to come back to for later because that apparition of what looks like an assassin is very suspicious, and that definitely looks like a door right there. Also, these 3 pillars here is something they're supposed to move, and I clearly don't have access to that yet. So we are going to be continuing on elsewhere. I want to go back to where we came because I saw like a different path I could take with more collectibles. Then I kind of went down this way and just kind of got a little carried away. You can see there is a chest on the map, and I do want to take care of that. A ghost of Saint Denis? Is that that guy said? The ghost of Saint Denis. That's the second. I think the guard that we were chasing in that first mission. I think he also referred to us as a ghost. I wonder why they do that. Clearly, some sort of superstition regarding the haunting of this the sort of like superstition regarding the underground of this area. But one thing that is kind of curious is we did see a ghost in the other chamber, so maybe the ghost of Saint Denis dresses or was actually an assassin, like his actual person that they were afraid of is actually an assassin. That would be kind of an interesting concept. You are in my way.
You must.
7 of 10 collected in this district.
Dream that.
There's something I saw, like, I couldn't tell if it was a jar, if it was... It looks like it's a jar. He may need to surface and get resupplied as we get lucky and find a random merchant down here, which I don't think will happen. I do want to check. I do want to check up here. Just go roll my bases. And there's nothing here. This is where that guy died, though. That guy for that mission. Let's continue on. How close am I to getting that achievement? You are 73%. I'm actually gonna favorite this and track it so you can keep an eye on it. We collected all 3 bicorns in this district. And this area should be cleared out. Let's go ahead and check the map. Yep, 3 of 3 bicorns, a 10 out of 10 chest, and 3 of 3 of 3 bicorns, 3 of 3 artifacts, and 10 out of 10 chests. I misread the symbols. I don't know how, because bicorns and artifacts look completely different. In any case, let's go down to another section. That's actually pretty fun. Yeah, so let's go ahead, and I think I kind of want to do the windmill district second. Oh, but first, we need to restock on supplies. That's a given. I just want to check something. No, we can't do it. I was hoping we could just buy a collectible map, but it's a little bit too late for that, but we can't buy it. As I figured. So dumb that I just spent like pretty much all of my pre-order stuff on the map for pre-order stuff for the collectibles and the Assassin's Creed Unity, but it only shows base game collectibles. Does not show DLC. Okay, well, this is locked off. What about you? This is blocked? Huh. If the other district is blocked as well, then we may be forced to just do the main quest line because we, this entire area, well, we're gonna check this entrance first. But I expect it may be blocked as well. If the other district, while the entrances in the last district are blocked, then we're just gonna be doing the pair stories, the heist, and the co-op mission. And yeah, it's blocked. That's unfortunate. Can do the heist and the co-op mission, then we'll continue the story. Really kind of stupid. It's honestly kind of a little bit disappointing. I want to just explore the underground. This one is open. Or no, it's not. Well, that's sad. I'm not even gonna bother checking at the other entrances. Chances are, if like one entrance blocked, all entrances are blocked. Let's actually do the pair stories next. I guess we'll save the exploration of the other districts until we actually have access to the underground, the other districts. No point in like going down there if the game doesn't actually want me to be down there at this point in time. I realize that it's very possible that all the underground may be connected. So I could just go down to the one underground I have and possibly find a way to get down there. But hey, the game makes the effort to just wall off the underground and the other two districts. Now just respect its wishes. I won't try and like get into an area that the game doesn't want me to go into at this particular time. Plus, the developers may be smart enough to kind of figure that out, and they may produce an obstacle to keep that area blocked off. I actually don't know for sure, though. But we will definitely be saving that for later. Which means we don't actually need to be tracking this achievement. What's with the mask? And the iron mask, that's weird. The guest's return has been prophesied. Contact the three masters of the Iron Mask and secure their keys to repair the room. Ominous music. I'm not going to the one this way. I'm actually going to this one over here because it's a little bit closer. I just didn't want to. I just trying to avoid the restricted area.
Conscience, crois-moi. Calme-toi, voyons.
Pourquoi tant d'agitation?
Did I just see something shining? What's this? What is this? Oh, is this a... Is Sugar's legacy literally just a copy and paste of the Nostradamus enigmas? If it is a copy and paste of the Nostradamus enigmas, I was kind of hoping for more. Kind of hoping for something original. Well, Nostradamus enigmas in the base game was probably my least favorite activity. Mainly because it's, in theory, what you're supposed to do is refer to the database entries for references to clues that the enigmas talk about. The problem with that is I couldn't actually use the databases as reference because I've been saving like the entries of the database for I've been saving the entries of the entries for the database for a YouTube video post that I'm going to be recording at the end of each stream, and couldn't actually show off the database and mark every entry as read when I haven't actually read the entire thing.
Come anywhere near me, I'll bury you. Hey, what are you afraid of? I've only ever killed a few hundred pellets. Yeah, pellets.
Trying to find a staircase. Or what I could do instead, which would be a smarter thing, is find an open window. I think I see one over to my left. There's one here. Even better.
Get over here now. Oh, Jesus. After him! I'll have your guts out! Lovely. There you are!
Okay, steal the keys. Oh yeah, wait, did I just see something else? No, that's just light. I thought I saw another symbol.
You gutless minnow! I'll rearrange your...
Come near me! I'll send you to hell!
Bien conscience, crois-moi. Gaspillez.
Que la chalon.
Can I see where this leads?
Déchaîner la violence dans toute la ville les nuits prochaines.
Memoirs of Louis the 14th, a Crites par Lumimi. Oh, this is all in French. I am not gonna read all of that and just butcher an entire language.
The guest. Louis the 14th. I don't think he's coming back.
Was Louis the 14th the one that died, was executed, that we tried and failed to prevent? Or was that the pauper prince thing that there was a pair story for? I think he's the guy that was guillotined. I actually kind of like Louis the, I kind of, reading about Louis' execution, like it was kind of cruel, I guess. Like, he had like a message that he was trying to convey to the public, that if the public heard it, it may have possibly swayed public opinion on him, but the guards or whatever, they literally blocked off, and they literally just had like trumpets or gunfire or something to just kind of drown out his voice so the public couldn't hear him. And it was actually kind of sad, I guess, because it was kind of denying someone's last words or last wishes. Again, I have no idea the historical ramifications, I guess, of the I have no idea if this if the upper class actually deserved to be executed, I guess, or if they were just improper, they were just unjustly killed. Like, I'm sure there are some problems with the wealthy, but I don't know for sure.
Suger, the architect of the Basilica's last will, to be buried where monks would pass over him each day. Where is he now?
I thought it was Sugar. I Suger of the Abbey of Saint Denis, in the presence of 57 witnesses and under the eye of God, they take my will as follows. As deference to the Lord, my sepulture, that's word not in my vocabulary, shall be set such as the servants of the, I heard of sepulcher, which is, I believe, like a burial place. I never heard of sepulture. Shall be set such as the, I think it's a burial place. As the servants of the faith shall trample my modest remains, every office, every day until the judgment of Christ comes upon the world of men. It's possible that they actually mean sepulcher, which actually has references and importance in Christianity, I believe. It's either a place where someone is buried, or it's a place where it's like a reference to a relic or something. I'm actually gonna look it up. They're just guessing. Sepulcher. Definition. Give me like temples in Jerusalem. A small room or monument cut in rock or built of stone in which a dead person is later buried. So I was right. And actually, I say different spelling. So I believe the way that this person spelled it is Sepurcher. But there's also a variation of the spelling, which I believe is common in like different area of the world, where it's Sepulchre, but it's a small room or monument, where a dead person is later buried. See, I was right. It was a place where someone was buried. I am right sometimes, not all times. I really should have just stopped giving myself so much shit. Like, I kind of have a circle of friends who always make it a point to point out when I'm wrong, which happens pretty much all the time. But I was right, it was a place where someone is buried. Didn't trust my gut the first time. I think I suggested it maybe, I think I suggested it maybe, like an artifact or something.
You will not leave. Don't let it happen like this. Spare me. Spare me.
Suger's tomb has been disturbed like the rest. A headstone is missing.
Where is the headstone? Someone moved it.
A leaflet. We, the congregation of Deu Resistant and Penitentiary, had to appoint ourselves guardians of the abbot's last will. We welcome the faithful in these dire times. Exempt of God, exempt of justice. Penitentiary congregation shall lead the penitent of God to God's hidden house. In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Something in Latin, I don't know. A small cross, a freshly engraved, bearing the words "to resistance" and "penitentiary." It's one thing that I always struggle with. French obviously is not my dominant language. I speak English. I am an American. So I hope it's clear to most that I am out of my depth and I'm trying to pronounce French words.
Broken the law. Trying to lose me, corpse. Our rules. I die. We're better than this. I'll make you pay. You won't escape. Just stop. Get it over with. Die, bastard, die. Not too much. Die, mongrel. Good. You won't escape me, citizen.
As soon as we kill these guards, we should be good. A defrocked monk.
How are you, Anna?
It's still up above somewhere. How do I get up there? Oh, do I need to... I need to go up above, don't I? Still above. Oh, well, here's the ladder. Good. Stop. On the artifacts made by my predecessor for the protection of the Holy Church and embellished by my will, I state as follows: they shall reward the worthy, they shall open to the faithful, they shall hide from the wicked until such time when a defender is direly needed.
Second part of the abbot's last will. There are many mysteries left to unravel.
Take a look at the map. It's stop by this shop, and we'll do that last para story. I think this area is kind of small and condensed.
Bonjour et bienvenue.
Okay, so let's go ahead and head over here to the Unopened Rose.
Attention. Can you break the peace?
Okay, now this is too many. Can handle 2, but I can't handle 4.
I will. You're mine.
Yeah, just keep going.
You know the rules. Can't escape. You can't shake the law. Running home the money. Got you.
Okay, we're almost down here. And let's go.
Who's killed you, Antoine? Hang about.
There's a tomb that the raiders seem particularly eager to open.
Christ. Stop where you are. You're noise.
Okay, let's open it up. The pristine tomb of Mary de Medici is one of the last standing tombs of the crypt. There's an intricate lock on one of the sides. A blueprint. This is part of a blueprint for a prototype de Clef signed by Guillaume Lemery, jeweler in France. Todd. A report. Mary de Medici's tomb cannot open. The marble is strong and the lock cannot be picked by even my best man. The jeweler spoke about the sepulchre. Sorry, I got sepulchre on my mind. The scepter of the queens of France. I would fancy selling it for a small fortune. Alright. By the jeweler shop. I'm stuck. I'm actually, there we go. I couldn't move, that's weird. Yelling at everyone. And here's the jeweler shop.
Where is the owner of this shop?
The jeweler? Gone. In the catacombs. He was attempting to open a tomb. I've heard nothing from him for days.
Merci.
His voice was just so suspicious. I have no idea why. Like this tone just it's like as if he is just hiding something. I don't know why.
To the death!
Not dreaming.
You could have survived if he just did not aggro me.
So, where do we look for the first commandant's camp? Good plan. And try to keep it together, Jean. What are we waiting for again? Godot. He's coming, sir. Well, then I'll say it again. What is going on? Once Godot is here, we'll resume the...
Yeah, I need to get out of here again.
What happened there? Who saw that? At least I'm not repeating myself over and over. This week's game to me.
You will fall on my blade!
I wonder if I know for a fact that in real life vampire bats are more afraid of you and they aren't likely to attack you. But I wonder if that's only true for fruit bats, because I'm really just kind of curious if it's meant to be all bats that are just kind of more afraid of you, because I know they're sensitive to light and they're sensitive to sound. But the way that they kind of paint those games just does those animals in this game kind of makes it seem like that they're hostile towards humans. And I wonder if that's only like vampire bats, or if it's also or if it's just like some species of bats in general, or just no bats. Could just be like a added obstacle in this game just to make the game more difficult. I don't know.
Where are you going? Why
Like some things that I'm just kind of curious about.
No one of us. Simple prey.
The Rose Scepter, the rose-swept scepter of the Queens of France. Constance married at Medici's crowning ceremony. She apparently wanted to be the last queen of France. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well that's done. Hey guys.
I'll sacrifice you, maggot.
Gonna attack? Okay, let's go ahead and leave this area. We're gonna stop by a store and restock on our supplies. I want to check Napoleon Bicorns real quick. Yeah, we did get everything. I think what I'm going to do is we are going to be doing the two single player missions, the two multiplayer missions, and then I think we're going to end it off here. Because my legs are actually starting to hurt right now. So let's go ahead and set a waypoint for here. Gonna restock on supplies. And then we will head over to the co-op mission. Actually, we don't even need to go to the area. I keep on forgetting that we can just start it whenever. Just from the progress tracker. Hopefully it won't take too long to do it. Let me just rush through it. Although apparently the co-op mission in this game is actually a little bit long, because apparently it takes about like 20 minutes to do. There's a lot of the missions you can actually take on like 10 minutes, so.
Funeral procession moves to the center of town today.
It will be simple. We attack, they die, we are rich.
I'm not certain. Something doesn't sit right with me. Perhaps that whore from last night.
You should learn to trust his instincts.
Hold a moment. Didn't dream that.
You're caught, Lee. You won't learn. Ready for more? Down.
Help you out.
Fight me, coward!
Empty your pockets.
I'm sorry. I'm less than nothing.
Well, we got an achievement, Freedom Fighter.
Prepare to die! You won't make it out alive! Your pocket and your chest! Jesus! Don't let it bleed!
Wait, I don't know which way they're going. This way.
Mrs. Jacques calling. Sorry to rush
Mais
on.
pour qui se prend-il? Là, nous...
Dude, I killed your boss. You should be running.
Nothing here for you, can you? Bloody disappeared. Where is it? Got you now. What was that? Prepare to die! Your end will take a sharp turn. It might get me to you. There! Defensive problem. What was that? Found you!
What? 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 No! No, that's bullshit! That's bullshit! Oh my god. Okay, well, we're doing this again. That's fucking bullshit. I'm gonna wait for fucking Slowpoke Rodriguez.
All on my blade! Get back here, coward! Won't make it out alive! You cannot run! You can't escape! Agile for a cause! You still can! Mark my words! You will die! I'll kill you quickly! Do not kill me! Sir, I will win this fight still Do not kill me!
Let's try this again. That's so dumb that I desynchronized because I got too far away. It makes sense, but I don't know why that's the thing.
assez d'ennuis pour ne pas en chercher de nouveaux.
More prepared to die?
What are they throwing at me?
You'll meet the devil's
Gonna find you! Don't look back! Spare my life! You won't kill me, will you? Not ready.
Clear off, you dog!
I'll stop you in your tracks!
Shit, dig it down!
Oh my god, they're fucking. Why are you attacking your own guys?
Never stood a chance. The right down.
Okay, we good? We're good.
What is someone there? Turn back! I meet your fate! Spare me! Let me go home to my family. Please, spare my life.
There is one guy left. I had to wait for Slowpoke Rodriguez to come. I want to get desynchronized again.
Let's stop here for a while.
Oh my god, don't stop here.
Any more prepared to die? There you
You guys good? You just sabotage the bombs.
Today's not Russo's day. Our benefactor is a generous God. Son, you can't escape. You can't. Come on. Look, this cannot be. I cannot die today. Will you kill me now? Like this? I will prop. Cowards, run! You will be next.
Okay, let's go ahead and
I'm the Lord of Hellfire. No, that's what I said, fellas. I will win this fight still.
Spare me! Beg of you, don't let it end like...
Hey, what was that?
End it here. Please.
oh my god, they're getting attacked again!
You won't escape. Let's end this mess. Keep him in sight. He won't escape. Never stood a chance. Yeah. You are. Prior, yeah. Whisper.
They're on your side. They're wearing the same uniform. You should not be attacking them.
Death will be yours. Good. Will be killed on sight. Empty your pockets and your chest. Yes, I pity. I'm saving my bloody skin.
I mean no harm to you now.
Okay. Everyone done? Everyone done. I need... Leave me alone!
Get back! Bonjour, monsieur.
I really wish I could heal these guys. it's all solo.
We won't give up! He's gaining! Hurry! I want to break Who's next? Ready for more?
Just fuck off and die. Okay, everyone's dead, everyone's dead. Can we please complete this mission now? My fucking god, how many more guards do I need to kill? Luckily, these guys are so weak. More guards. I don't know if he can be acting so cocky, good sir, because if it wasn't for me, you would all be dead.
I beg you, citizen, hear me. Do not kill me.
Que se passe-t-il?
Hey, don't try to get away. I'll get you right.
Diable, qu'est-il s'est passé?
Oh, I see some more. Okay. I'm not taking any chances.
Try and pass. I'll rip your heart out. I'll smash ya.
There's some more guards over here. Okay.
Your gold is mine. You can't point.
How long is this fucking escort mission? My god, it has no end. Are you guys done? This is literally the dumbest fucking mission I've ever played. How much longer do we have to walk? And then Carlos said this is the end. This was by far my least favorite mission. Dude, this is literally the worst mission. I think this is the longest freaking escort mission in this entire game.
Can leave this wretched city. What did Rousseau have in mind when he lived in this rat hole?
I have no interest in playing that mission ever again. Like, we started at about 150 and it took 30 minutes to complete that mission. That mission was frustrating. It's not hard, it's just the longest freaking escort mission in existence. I appreciate you saying calm down, and I realized that I was kind of getting mad and heated. But it's escort mission that lasted 30 minutes, and the freaking enemies are just so squishy. So I think I kind of warranted a little bit of rage. You know, it's not hard, but it's definitely made harder when you're playing solo. And this is the Dead Kings DLC, by the way. That was just so unnecessary. That's just... They had played a long freaking route and have a million enemies between the beginning and end. Like, the best way to get through that mission is to run ahead of that cart and kill the enemies before they get to them. But you can't run too far ahead from the cart, because then you'll be desynchronized because you're too far away from it, which is dumb. It's really dumb. In any case, I think I'm gonna call it here. Was hoping that that mission would be just kind of less frustrating, and I'm just kind of want to take a break. This is everything about this DLC I like, except so far, except for that one co-op mission. That co-op mission is utter dog shit. Jesus Christ. One of my friends actually told me that this mission is long, and I said, oh, I can probably just rush through it. Maybe there's like a lot of objectives. No, you're literally following a caravan that will die if you aren't babysitting them. I'm gonna take a break. If you are remotely interested in what you see today, all the games I cover on my channel will be 400% completion. I'm going to be streaming Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings yet again next Saturday, 1 PM to 5 Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully we will finish it, though it may be unlikely. I'm going to be streaming Saints Row 1 for 1% completion on Sundays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time, and I'm going to be streaming Sim 3 Pets for 1% completion on Fridays, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. I do want to have something I want to address. Agrad Donlancer said in chat, not sure when, calm down. I wasn't necessarily mad. Like, I've had moments in streams where I was practically screaming. Case in point, when I was covering the tournament co-op mission, I was yelling so much that I blew out my mic. So that was actually very tame in comparison to that. But I wasn't necessarily mad at the game. Like, it wasn't like I was just, oh my god, this mission is just so unfairly difficult. It's more so that I was annoyed at the mission because it was unnecessarily long. They made it a little bit more frustrating with the fact that you can't run ahead and kill enemies. You have to stay within like 100 feet of the guards. The guards are just frail and they take a couple hits before they get killed. And I'm assuming if all 3 guards are dead, then you are, then you have to do the whole mission over again. It's very frustrating. It's very annoying, and it's quite possibly the worst escort mission I've ever played. That's all I wanted to say. I just want to make a distinction that I was not angry at the mission. I was annoyed. Kind of, and for those of you who have watched my channel for a while, and those of you who are familiar with my content, you will know that there are more missions and more games in games that, more bosses in games that frustrate me more than that mission. Because that's not even the tip of the iceberg of the amount of rage that I've had in the past. I've ended the live streams because I was so angry. In any case, I need to take a break. My legs feel like that they are dead, and about like 20 minutes, 30 minutes before I'm going to be in the stream anyway. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Zach, and welcome to another live stream. Well, really our first live stream of this playlist for Assassin's Creed Unity, the Dead Kings DLC. As people may be aware, I created a new playlist since I'm kind of covering a different aspect of this game. Really to try and keep the game a little bit more organized. Keep the guides a little bit, my channel a little bit more organized. In any case, we have a lot of new entries to do, so let's go ahead and get things started. Captain Rose, the son of a chambermaid at Versailles, Philip Rose grew up accustomed to the extravagant and eclectic demands of the nobility. From a very early age, he ran errands to the marketplace for the royal family and their guests, procuring the rarest goods at the best prices. One day, inspired to see the rest of France, Philip left Versailles behind. Let's unpack that little word inspired, shall we? The king himself had taken note of Philip's mother's beauty, and in return for housing their family, had taken to inspecting her room at 4 in the morning. His mother weathered the king's violent bedroom behavior with pride, telling young Philip that if she gave birth to their station in life would be raised. As luck would have it, she became pregnant. Philip was overjoyed to see his mother so happy. Using the small stash of money he had secreted away, he ran to the market and brought toys for his future sibling. But happiness is fleeting. Philip's mother died in childbirth, and the king dumped her body into a pit with the other commoners. Rose was inspired to leave immediately. In 1789, war began, turning his purchasing talents to the Jacobin cause. Philip proved himself quite adept at procuring exotic armaments. He was later rumored to have sold Charlotte Corday the fatal weapon she used to stab Marat. After purchasing, murder was actually part of the murder mystery that we did in the main playthrough. After purchasing several weapons for Commissioner Barris himself, he was intrigued to join the French military. He partnered with Napoleon at the siege of Toulon, determining the locations of all nearby artillery and aiding with their requisition to complete the siege. Rose wasn't exactly a white knight unless he was knighted by the Rockefellers. Terrorizing the garrisons to secure their artillery, he turned a handsome profit for himself in the process. Sensing a fierce, ruthless spirit, Napoleon recruited him for a special mission in Saint Denis, handsomely paid, no doubt. Groups. Raiders. The Raiders in Francois are a group of vagabonds employed by Captain Rose in 1794. Cowardly and unreliable, they are organized in groups based around 1 or 2 leaders who dominate them by force. They eagerly search the underground for the lost treasures of royalty. My sources hint at a particular artifact Rose hired them to search for. I wonder what it was. Locations. General. Abbey of Saint Denis, founded by King Dagobert for Benedictine monks in 630. The abbey quickly became one of the most important in France. The kings of France were accustomed to go praying to the abbey before leaving for war or crusade, and several queens and daughters of kings spent part of their life at the abbey. I wonder if there was a VIP room. Probably. I don't want to know. During the French Revolution, local mercenaries took possession of the abbey after the monks were thrown out. Rumors speak of them trading in treasures stolen from the tombs of the kings. Basilica of Saint Denis, begun on this area. Kind of reminds me of like another location, like in the 3rd area of the main game, the Cité area, like that church where you fight Bellic, and that's what this church reminds me of. Begun on top of the remains of a cemetery in 475 AD, the Church of Saint Denis was built to house the relics of his patron saint. From the 10th century until the 18th, the remains of the French kings were buried there. The basilica is also notable for its architectural redesign, led by the abbot Suger. I can remember how Arnold pronounced it in 1135. Suger was an influential counselor to the kings and the foremost historian of his times, as well as the abbot of Saint Denis. His restoration of the basilica transformed it into the first Gothic church, where he discovered such fantastic architecture is unknown. Basilica was completed after the abbot's death in 1281. In 1793, the convention ordered the destruction of the tombs of kings, and the royal necropolis was desecrated by anti-royalist revolutionaries. The graves were destroyed, rotting corpses exposed, jewelry and bones unearthed, and the bodies of the kings were tossed out into the streets. Oh no you don't, warning bells going off, telling that the origin of the discovery or something Abstergo wants to bury. Citizens of the time were traumatized to see figures who had been considered divine violated to such a degree. Huh. Interesting. Francois. Before the revolution and its anti-religious sentiment, Francois was once called Saint Denis. According to legend, during the 3rd century, Saint Denis was beheaded. Saint Denis was beheaded and martyred in Montmartre, which didn't stop. Didn't not stop him. That's a double negative. So it did stop him from walking with his disembodied head under. Oh, did not stop. Wait. That's doesn't make sense. Saint Denis was beheaded and martyred in Montmartre, which didn't not stop him from walking with his disembodied head under his arm to the village of Catalaques, where he finally was buried. That does not sound like it actually happened. So that double negative means that he actually did walk into that village with his head. I'm looking this up. This does not make sense. Who is Saint Denis? No fucking way. First image I see of Saint Denis. He's literally holding his severed head and graphically his head stump on his neck is spouting blood. That's there's multiple stories I see of this. Obviously the logistical side of me thinks that this didn't happen, but why is this presented as fact? Like, why specifically in Assassin's Creed database is this presented as fact? I don't know. That's definitely interesting. This site would become known as Saint Denis, famous for its influential church and abbey, populated by abbots who were advisors to the monarchy. Saint Denis flourished until the revolution. By 1794, it adopted the atmosphere of a ghost town. God almighty, I'm just blown away by that fact, quote unquote. Octroi Wall. The Octroi walls surrounded Paris and some outside towns like Francade. The purpose was to allow the imposition of a tax on goods entering the city and at all crossing points. The intended purpose of which was to fight against foreign competition by increasing the price of imported goods. Beating the tax gave birth to wall evasion, which went on to become pole vaulting, which then evolved into pole dancing. If I printed it, so again, the person who is writing the database entry is supposed to be Sean Hastings. I love Sean Hastings' humor in Assassin's Creed. Royal Crypt. The Royal Crypt houses the bodies of all but the 3 of the kings of France. Louis IX was once buried there. Sorry, I thought there was something under the R thing. Was once buried there, but during the French wars of religion from 1562 to 1598, his tomb was melted for its brass. His body disappeared. According to several secret accounts, Louis XIV subsequently had the tomb rebuilt inside a hidden chamber at the crypt. How opulent! Until the French Revolution, most of the tombs had never been opened. Once they were exposed, many treasures were stolen that had been buried with the kings and queens, probably pilfered by those little old ladies on Antiques Roadshow. Wondering that's like a British show because I never heard of it. There's actually some reality TV shows in America, possibly other countries as well. Called one of them is called Storage Wars, where people go to different storage sheds and just bid on the things to try and turn to specific profits. I used to watch that show when there was nothing else on it. It's interesting to see what people have, but I kind of lost interest over time. Items. Dom Poirier's list. Dom Poirier, a monk who became a member of the Secular Monuments Commission and keeper of the National Archives after the Revolution, was a main eyewitness to the exhibition and desecration of the royal tombs of Francade in 1793. He wrote several reports describing the exact events of the desecration. These lists also gave the precise description of the objects contained in the sarcophagi next to each monarch. Dom Poirier attempted to keep track of what was taken and who took it. Some revolutionaries did not stop at the royal objects, not hesitating to take nails, hair, teeth, or bones as fetishes or for resale. You know in particular that a man named Brûlé stole many relics. He sold this collection at auction. The relics include the jaw of Dagobert, a piece of the skull of St. Louis, the teeth of Henry III, the hair of Philip August, and a mummified leg of Catherine de Medici. How could they even verify that these are actually belong to the people he says? He could literally just dig up a grave of John Doe, take a piece of it, take his teeth out and say, hey, this is Henry III. Anyone can do that. As gruesome and grotesque as that imagery is, anyone can do that. So how could anyone verify that what he's selling is a jaw of Dagobert, is a piece of the skull of St. Louis? Like, there's nothing there's nothing that you can do or say that will be able to verify it except for just show the body that you took it from. Look, Ma, I brought you the finger of Louis XIV, said the best son ever. The Iron Mask, a mysterious prisoner in the time of Louis XIV. The Iron Mask and the man who wore it remain a mystery. Many assumptions have been made about his identity, although none has been verified. One of the most likely, he could be the illegitimate son of King Louis XIV. While much research has been done, the mask itself has never been found, but we know who it is, right? Too bad he died in the icy waters of the Atlantic after the Titanic sunk? What? The Titanic sunk in the 1900s. Like early 20th century. I could be wrong. I know that's probably a joke. When did the Titanic sink? 1912. It took place in the 1800s, the 18th century, the 1700s, the 18th century. I think it's like 1790s in this story. That's probably a joke by Sean. The Rose Scepter, this pink scepter was the most important relic used for the coronation of all the queens of France. The scepter symbolized the purity expected of the queen. Mary de Medici was crowned with it in 1610, then it disappeared forever. Some say that Mary de Medici wanted to be the last queen to wield it, and that she made the scepter disappear. Newspapers. Journal de Paris, final edition. We do know the convention has ordered the arrest of most of the public safety gang, Henriette Robespierre and company, but they've also threatened the convention in turn. Right now, we just don't know who's winning. Hibbert may have been a man of the people, but his ambition and vanity obviously carry him down a path and no longer in line with the revolutions. Maratti was not. Is not bold individualistic, but patriots willing to sacrifice for the good of the republic. Remind all citizens that for well over 100 years, a practice of obtaining personal satisfaction via the medium of a duel is outlawed and punishable in many nasty ways. If your granddad couldn't do it, neither can you. The Dauphin has disappeared. Is it possible that the son of Louis Capet, one Louis Charles, has run away to Austria? It's Dauphin, not Poppin. Or worse, the boy has not been seen by the public for some time, as Overseer Antoine Simon will say nothing on this topic. Where has Philibert Aspert gone? Who is he again? That name sounds familiar. The much beloved doorkeeper Philibert Aspert has mysteriously disappeared, a great favorite in his neighborhood. Many are concerned that he wandered into dangerous precincts. Please be on the lookout for this general fellow. Oh, he's a guy. Okay, I know he is. I think he's a guy that died, whose death we were investigating in a murder mystery. La Patriot, final edition. Citizens, we all know great hunger and want of all things, living in perpetual sacrifice as we are. Now the English have set about denying all shipping any access to the ports of France to compound our miseries. Officer of the Antilles made good. Captain Thomas Alexander Dumas, born in the Caribbean, has proven his valor here in France. An accomplished soldier, the young captain has charmed one and all, in some contrast to his friend and colleague, the taciturn Captain Bonaparte. The counter-revolutionary forces in Marseille and Lyon are putting up more resistance than the Vendée. While our eventual victory is not in doubt, we have not, as of yet, managed to completely reduce them to bones, rubble, and ash. General Jordan is victorious at Fleurus. Coburg's forces lie shattered. The Netherlands are ours for the taking. Glory to Jordan and the Republic. Long live the Revolution. Poet causes a stink. Poet Andre Chenier has hit a nerve with his verse attacks on Jean-Paul Marat, Maximilien Robespierre, and most recently the painter Jacques-Louis David. A witty pen is sometimes the best weapon. Okay, so that does it for all the new entries. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next time.